So, Mark, do you have any practical advice for our community on how they can make their relationships a little bit more conscious?
Yes, I do. Many. And I choose one practical one. Before I do that, just to everyone, you cannot do enough to learn the art of relating to another. It's something we are not taught at school. It's not part of our social upbringing. Our parents are not role models for that. So it's really a study that all of us need to pick up from scratch and to invest in learning how to relate. At Creative Consciousness, we offer programs for that. All the retreats are around that. And as a practical tip, what you and your partner can do from tomorrow on is what Tatiana is my life partner since 3 years, are doing every single day because we love it so much. There's not a single day, not on a birthday, not when we're ill, not when we travel, where we don't do it. And that is in the morning after we woke up, not immediately after we woke up, have a cup of tea together. We are sitting down for 10, 15 minutes and do what is known as the Creative Consciousness check-in. So we do a check-in. And then in the evening, we are sharing over dinner the 3 nuggets of the day. So let me start with the check-in and then I explain the 3 nuggets. The check-in is a sequence of checkpoints that you share with the other. And your sharing is just received, not commented on, not criticized, nothing like that. It's a space of sharing. So the first question is always, how did you feel the last 12 to 18 hours? And this usually is a question you start with and you look and you discover, it's not so easy to answer because we are not always connected to our feelings. We are more connected to our mind. So it's a moment that is precious because you are reflecting, how did I actually feel? Oh, yeah, I felt calm. I felt happy. I felt sad. I felt agitated. I felt angry. I felt, what was the overall feeling? Of course, there were many feelings, but what was the overall state of feeling? So we share that. And the next question then is, what is your present physical condition? Maybe you have a little bit of back pain, maybe you have a toothache, maybe you have kind of a tense feeling. You just check in with your body and you share how you physically are in the moment. Then comes what we call the source energy state. That is a check-in with your core energy. So are you in a state of being motivated? Are you you can't wait to take on the day? Or are you in a state of sadness? That means you're not motivated, you just, you know what you have to do and you will do it, but it's kind of lukewarm, mediocre. Or are you in a state of joy? That means you are not really needing to do anything, you just are happy and appreciative. So we check in with these 3 parameters. We just share it. It's not about telling the truth. It's about what you experience in that moment that you share. Then comes the question of state of your mind. What's your state of mind? Excited. What's your state of mind? Confused or numb or questioning or inquisitive. Yeah? So state of mind. Then comes level of stress. What is the level of stress you experience? That could be 5%, a little bit. That could be 20%. Maybe you are having something important to come up and you don't know how it will go. Maybe it is an exam you need to pass or a big meeting where you need to do a presentation. So level of stress, just again, to share it. Then comes level of love for life. Level of love for life. What is your level? Do you love life? Right now, what's your level? 70%, 80%, 100%, 90%, 40%? Be honest here. Maybe you're not in the mood of loving life because there's so many problems in your head and things didn't go well at work and there's social problems and this and the computer crashed and all that. Yeah? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but we need the space to be human. Yeah, it will not be the same tomorrow, but today and now. Oh, you just love life. You know, it's all so great to be alive. Can you share that or anything in between? Next question is level of self-love. So what's your level of self-love this morning? Again, take a look. 70, 80, 90, 100. And then you come to questions, have you forgiven yourself? Are you okay with the way you are? And so on and so forth. So that makes up the question and the check-in with regard to a level of self-love. And the last one is simply then vision of the day. What's your vision of the day? This day, today. Well, my vision is to spend this day to come back to serenity and joy. Or my vision is to be passionate and excited. My vision is to feel good about myself. My vision is to be fully connected with you. My vision is that we have a fabulous, passionate dinner tonight. Yeah, so just a vision for the day. It doesn't need to be around the relationship. It can be around anything about your day. And then the last one is simply to share, is there anything left to share in order to be fully complete with a check-in? And then, usually there's nothing to share or there is something. And then you turn the tables and the other one is going through the check-in. So you don't ask a question, it's simply on a template that you will receive, and then you can do that. It's such a great tool for yourself, for the other, because you never ask yourself the question, how is my partner? Because you did the check-in. You always know where your partner stands. And that is such a great feeling of connection. And yeah, so that's the check-in. Then in the evening, part of dinner in our ritual with Tatiana and myself, we come to the point very, very quickly. What are your 3 nuggets of the day? And that is the moment where the mind goes into the memories of the day and you reflect on the day. How often are we going to do that? Not often, because we just are in the routines of distracting ourselves. But here it's really almost like a little meditation without any heaviness around it. So, and you start in the morning, and yeah, that was a good point. And you share, this was my nugget, at work, my first nugget. And then the second nugget was when a stranger on the street gave me a smile. And then the third nugget is our dinner and the way you look and the food and this whole atmosphere and how I feel about you. Or the third nugget was the phone call with my mom. And when she said, I love you, son, or something like that. Yeah. And then we turn tables again and the other shares the 3 nuggets. It's such a magnificent way to be fully connected with another. And you can do that right now. Just agree with your partner, try it out, and you'll see for yourself.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. And then a quick question on that. So once you've completed the check-in, do you then have conversations around it, or is the check-in complete and you just move through your day?
Sometimes we do have a conversation about a particular issue if the partner initiates it. So we keep the space really safe, as in we're not intruding the partner. But when you said this, are you sure? We don't do that. If the partner is asking, hey, this issue about what I shared when it comes to loving life, not quite sure, do you have any tip for that? Or can we talk about that or something like that? It can be useful and wonderful. As I said, I rather prefer not to start fixing my partner without permission or without initiation. I respect one of the laws of relationship is to love the other as they are at any given moment and not to fix them, not even internally to perceive them as needy to be fixed, but rather being in appreciation of what you have as a gift sitting in front of you. And if the other is asking, initiating a conversation, of course, I'm happy to go there.
Okay. Thank you, Marc. That's beautiful.
Thank you.